Hey guys, Luke here, and we're here to preview Super Saturday for round 26 of the NRL. So we've got 3 games here. We're going to start off with, it's pretty much a dead rubber, West Tigers versus the Cronulla Sutherland Sharks. So yeah, both these teams have nothing to play for, just a bit of pride. Yeah, so let's get into the lineups. So we've got Tigers first, we've got Hitchcocks, Richards, Fine, Lawrence, Akawala, Austin, Moses, Woods, Farah, Lodge, Sirinen, Thompson and Blair, and the bench is Sue, Tapau, Sia Monafanai, and Patterson. The Sharks, on the other hand, let's look at their side. We've got Gordon, Fecky, Ashford, Leutele, Holmes, Holdsworth, Robinson, Leacher, Pryor, Arona, Sopawaga, and Heighington. And the bench is Politoni, Rokika, Massima, and Sorensen. Now, I'm just going to say that I think Sharks will win. The reason being, you just base it off the form of the few teams. Sharks have put in really spirited performances, while West Tigers, they haven't really been very good at all. Pretty awful, if I have to say. Like, they lost to Raiders, just not that great. I mean, the Sharks lost to them as well, but they looked a lot better. Not that Tigers looked horrible, but just Sharks looked really, really good against the Cowboys. Mind you, the Cowboys weren't that great either, but at the same time, Sharks offered a lot. Michael Gordon was outstanding. I really like Daniel Holdsworth's field goal, that was really good. And Heighington seemed to be okay. Also, Leacher didn't play for them, and he's obviously the starting hooker. He's pretty important to them at this stage, though the Politoni dude was okay. And also, I think their desire for both the sides, it goes down to that West Tigers have been done to a lot of injuries, where Cronulla Sharks, while being a lot of injuries as well, their side of things really destroyed them as well. So they're trying to prove everybody wrong. So yeah, I think for Tigers, if they obviously Robbie Farah's going to have to just pretty much dominate this game. There's also going to have to be Woods who's going to have to bash and Blair as well, and I think Sirinen needs to step up in this game. And I think Hitchcocks will be in for a good game as well. I really like the look of Hitchcocks, pretty quick, good step, all that sort of stuff. But yeah, I can see Sharks winning off the back of Michael Gordon. So I'll say 1-12, but it'll probably end up being a 13+ game for whoever wins. But yeah, that's my prediction. We're going to go into the Canberra Raiders taking on the Parramatta Eels, which is the second game, 5:30 kickoff at GIO Stadium. It's in Canberra. Let's go into the Canberra lineup. So we've got Jack Wighton, Tupou, Croker, Hawkins, Lee, Milford, Cornish, Boyd, Buttress, White, Papali, Kennedy and Edwards, and the benches Macrone, McCurrick, Tills and Vaughan. We go into the Eels lineup, so we have Hayne, Radradra, Hopoate, Morgan, Seo, Norman, Sandow, Mana, Goys, Paulo, Edwards, Moroa, and Paulo. And I shouldn't mention that number 10, like the prop, is Junior Paulo, and then we got Joseph Paulo at lock. So the bench is Terapo, Gower, Lussick, and Ben Smith, but I don't think Ben Smith will end up playing. So he'll be retiring. I'm not sure who's going to come into the side, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. Now, my prediction on this game, I'm going to have to say a Parramatta Eels win. Although they looked terrible last week, you got to think that they're going to bounce back, especially considering there is a top 8 spot on the line. But then you would have thought that with a top 8, there was a top 8 spot on the line last week, and they performed very, very terribly. Like, just, they were absolute crap. They were garbage. Canberra are pretty good against Tigers. I think Jack Wighton has possibly found his spot. I know he's been a pretty decent centre, not so great at 5'8". He's played a little bit of wing too, but I really think they should persist with him at fullback. I'm not sure what they'll do with Rapana next year, but I guess he could play wing or something as well. But I think Wighton, yeah, really good at fullback, makes a lot of breaks, he's pretty strong, he's quick, good step, seems to be pretty decent. I think him playing at 5'8" for a little bit, it shows he can play a little bit, and that's all you need as a fullback. You don't need to be an actual halfback, you just need to have some of those qualities. So yeah, he's going to be important for them in this game. Obviously the halves, Milford and Cornish, are going to be super important. Cornish kicking game really needs, well, both their kicking games need to be spot on against Hayne and Radradra as well. Two of the most damaging ball runners in the game. Radradra obviously very strong, can push off players, and Hayne himself is exactly like that, but just better. And he can step him, he can do everything, chip and chase. He's got the lot. For the Eels, you look at them, like I just said, those two, like Hayne, and obviously I think Chris Sandow are the keys to them. If they have good games, they'll win, and they'll win easily. The guys also be looking for a big game for him. He'd be looking to try and keep his spot, because he's got Pete coming back for next year, so it's worth noting. And obviously, Canberra don't have anything to play for. Eels do. So yeah, I'm predicting an Eels win 13 plus, just off the back that they got more to play for. And then the final game of Super Saturday is the North Queensland Cowboys up against Manly-Warringah Sea Eagles. And I think in one of the previous videos I said that this is possibly a game of the round. And yeah, so here's the lineups. We've got the Cowboys first. We've got Michael Morgan, Caulfield, Tatau Moga, Linnett, Winterstein, Louis, Thurston, Scott, Kosh Jason, Sims, Cooper, Sims, and then Tamalalo. And I should say that prop Ashton Sims, and then second row number 12 Tarek Sims. So we got on the bench Thompson, Bolton, Hall, and Tamu. We go to the Sea Eagles lineup. We have Stewart, Tafua, Lyon, Matai, Hiku, Foran, Sherry Evans, Starling, Ballon, Lawrence, Watmo, Horo, and Simons. And the bench is Sonny Lafayette, Louis, Hassan, and King. Now, obviously, both of these sides have a lot to play for. Manly going for the minor premiership. If they win this, it's secured. And then if Cowboys win, they'll have a spot in the 8. If they lose, I don't know if they're a risk of like dropping out, but they definitely lose a home final. I'm pretty sure. With like Bulldogs having a pretty easy game and all that sort of stuff, so you'd think they'd lose it. Yeah, so first off, I'm just gonna say I'm predicting a Sea Eagles win. I think the minor premiership would be enough to get them up for this game, and I think them up like an on-form Manly against an on-form Cowboys, I'd back Manly. Jonathan Thurston did it himself pretty much against the Sharks, and you can excuse them for being sick throughout the week, so that's a possible excuse for them, but at the same time they weren't very good. I do like the look bringing James Tamu off the bench. I feel that a lot of the times, like with James Tamu starting, they have Scott and Tamu, and then they bring them on like Scott Bolton and Ashton Sims and stuff. They just lose. I feel they lose a lot when they bring on them. They go from having the 2 best props in the world to 2 pretty average props in the game. So I think being able to, you take off Matt Scott and you bring on James Tamu, I think that's really good, really effective, and I think they should probably persist with that. Ashton Sims been playing quite well, Tamalalo as well, but yeah, Thurston is the key to them, as well as Michael Morgan. He needs to have a good game. Pretty much all the spine, Morgan, Louis, Thurston, Gosh Jason, but yeah, Thurston is the key. Whereas Manly, they don't really have to rely on Sherry Evans. Like if Sherry Evans has a shitty game, Foran can step up. If Foran has a shitty game and Sherry Evans has a shitty game, well then Jamie Lyon, Brett Stewart can come in, step up, Matt Ballon. There's a lot of people that Manly can go to when times are tough, and I just don't think Cowboys have that. So I can see Manly grinding out this victory against the Cowboys. I'm going to say Manly 1-12. I think it'll be a tight one, but that's just how I see it going. So leave your prediction in the comments, and I'd really like to see them, and I'll reply to all of them and all that. And make sure you leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time for Sunday afternoon football. Bye.